right now, Val. I think you should be called the Parfessor, because all this young man does is rack up par.
Parfessor. I love that, actually.
You are? Oh, he's the Parfessor. He's the Parfessor.
Let's go.
And if you're looking for collaborations, try and reach out.
And we're not reaching out. We're going to rely on the folks there in Salem County, New Jersey. Now, hopefully there's more golf in the near future. We can only find 3 courses, and we're rating each one of those 3. Starting off at number 3. Look at it or look it up. Or the Grove. That's what it looks like when you come into it. But let's zoom in to this 18-hole golf course that's very reasonable. It also has a mixture of Pines course and link style course, or parkland and link style course, you can see right there. Now, there's a lot to like about this course. It was built in the 60s. As you come right in, they put a lot of additions on, but once when you walk inside, you can tell there's a ton of money. But this is the front where the weddings are. Now, if you go to the back, that's where the pro shop is, and you can see right there is the putting green and slowly making it into that first tee. Now, the video is going to get pretty quick, so hang on tight because we're going to be going through all the holes. Course goes for about $45 to play, but it looks like it can go a little bit higher depending on if you're walking or riding. Now, the one thing I will say, there's power lines going right through the course, which is always an eyesore for most courses, but this course gets away with it. It has a lot of character to it. It's a decent condition. You get what you pay for with these type of courses. It was built and designed by Ed Carman in 1962, so there's a lot of history. It's been played, so that's one thing to push it over the edge. And I'd say it's a really great golf course to get out and play at least one time. It's 6,725 yards, so not too short. It's a slope of 120. It's pretty, it's not too elevated. Greens are a little bit elevated. It's a rating of 69.2, so you could definitely score on this course. It's open year-round, and it does have some stunning views on those link back 9. They didn't get too much footage of. This is mostly the front 9 of this golf course, but it's well worth it. Total of 3 tee boxes to choose from. If you're going to play those blue tees, it's going to be a rating of 70.5 and a slope of 119. And you're going to play those white tees, or the red tees, I'm sorry, is 5,716 yards. It does make a difference on some holes. There's a big difference in the tee boxes. But quite frankly, it looked like some of the other tee boxes are in the back. Would have made the course a little bit more desirable and fun, but I think they're really focused on pace of play at this course and getting as many people as they can out as possible. It's well worth it. It's a great course to get out and play. Accommodating for all golfers, whether beginning or even advanced, believe it or not. Some of the advanced players are challenged by the strategically placed trees and bunkers, while others can play a more enjoyable round. And this is all happening within Salem County, New Jersey, which is in the southern part of the state. It's kind of closer near to Philadelphia. I will say the price is the most desirable part of this golf course. You can even get some rates as about $19 to play on golf now. And the par 3s are fun. This is one right here that it's very enjoyable. And water on the left-hand side. Definitely a great course to get us loose and moving into the right direction for top golf courses in this area. Fortunate for us, there's only 3, so we'll be able to play potentially all these courses in a weekend if you time it right. Swinging over to one of my favorite golf courses in Jersey, that is Town and Country Golf Links. You get a little bit of everything here at this facility. This course is a hidden gem for the price. Town and Country Golf Links. So let's zoom on in to take a look at this 18-hole golf course. Now, right off the bat, you would think it's a full 18-hole link style course, but there's a few golf holes there cut in the middle of that white oak trees right there patch that has a couple holes hidden. And right off the bat, the golf course is pretty welcoming. It's 2 levels. This is the nicest view of the course, that par 3. You walk right inside. It kind of has an old feel to it, but it's not that old. It's built in 1999. A little bit of a patch over there on the left-hand side of the course. And then an unbelievable driving range that we'll talk about a little bit later. But for the most part, this was the first hole. You could put the ball on some houses on the right-hand side, but it's a dog leg. Course only plays 6,650 yards from those back tees that we ended up playing, and it's challenging. It's a challenging course from those back tees. The greens are in great shape. It has a little bit of a tunnel there, and there's a green up on that top of that tunnel, which is pretty unique. course was built in 1999. You would think it was built in the Civil War era, but for the most part, it's a newer course. It's long. It feels long. Some of the holes are a little bit shorter when you get into the back nine, where it's a little bit tighter and it's not open like this. But for the most part, you're hitting over water on a lot of your tee shots. Most of your tee shots from the back tees you're hitting over water. Course was designed by Carl Gaskill. It has bent grass greens and rye fairways, and the course was in incredible shape, from the tee boxes to the greens here. It putt well, and just a lot of water to make it an exciting visual course. Water on most of the holes, and the price is right. It's for New Jersey golf, you're paying well under $100. I think top of the line, top season. Top price would be about $85 for the 2022 season, so that's not too bad. We paid about $60, and we had the course to ourselves, but I don't think that's the case. This was a hurricane season that came through, and we should have even been playing, but looked like it was good to go, and there wasn't going to be that much rain, so we got out there and roped a few around. But man, this was a good course to get out and play. The course has all the amenities you need, from a good restaurant. One of the people we played with got a burger, was the size of his head, to the driving range, which is almost like a Top Golf feel. It's very elevated here as well. This is a par 3, and just you could see it almost feels like it's a long par 4, short par 4. There's a lot of bridges that you'd be walking over. We got a lot of rain here too for the most part in the last couple days, so you could see that it took it pretty well. A lot of streams going through the course here at Town and Country. Unfortunately, it was car path only when we played because of all the rain and being so saturated with the rain. But you could see this is a long par 5 here going back to the clubhouse number 9. Water right before that, and then you could see right here you got bunkers on both sides, bunker on the left. It's a challenging course, that's for sure. It's a par 72, and the slope is 124. It feels like a little bit longer than this. Is a long par 5 on number 10, and it felt like it went forever, especially into the wind. The rating of this course is a 71.3. The course is not far from Woodstown, and Town and Country offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers of all skills. The well-groomed fairways and grass kept at Town and Country, yet keep it difficult and friendly. The staff offers tips and friendly tricks for your round of golf. That's what it says on the website, which is pretty interesting. And everyone there was really pleasant. From Bob, who checked us in. Shout out to Bob there. He was real nice to us. We were allowed to go out early because no one was out there, but we ended up going out a little later. It's because the practice facility was just so much fun. One thing I will say, the views probably weren't as nice as when it first opened. They're building a lot of houses over there, so this is a par 3. It's probably their signature hole here. Almost like a floating green, but it's not. Just a fun par 3 here. You could definitely put one in the water, but it's not a floating green. It's definitely a nice green for the most part. I would say this course is well worth checking out. Just for this hole alone is well worth the $60 to play the course if you're playing on off season. But if, top season is about $85, but that's still well worth it. Some of these par 4s are long, they're challenging,
dude.
It tells a story. You got to hit bombs off the tee the whole time on this course if you're going to try to score. It feels like it's playing about 7,000, but that's just because the wind knocks down everything. And it could be because it was hurricane force winds that day, but for the most part, it's a challenging course nonetheless. This is the one that drops you off almost on 2 greens. There's 2 greens, and it goes over that tunnel that we saw earlier. Bunkers all over that left-hand side right before you get up to the green. This was probably my favorite hole here just because it's so unique. You can see that walkway right there, that's the bridge. And you go right underneath that other green. I've never seen stuff like that before in a $60 golf course. And this is where a totally different golf course here, because now we're in to the white oak trees and playing that little patch of trees that they had on the course. Carl Gaskill didn't build many golf courses, but when he built this one, he built a great one here. I don't think he built any other golf course. Did a quick look. This is that par 3 right there. And again, just a few holes that make it seem like you're playing a totally different golf course. No lie. And that's going to move us now out of this area, but headed back over to our number 3 course, pretty much right next door to it. we're headed over to Running Deer, a Ron Jaworski course that kind of is one of my favorite courses in the South Jersey area. It feels almost like a private facility currently.
Twilight Golfer.
On Twilight Golfer, Grant.
The Twilight Golfer himself, you better believe it, it's your boy.
Well, we're here at Running Deer. Course that I'm just really glad to get out and finally play.
So let's go through each one of the holes here at this course that almost feels like a private golf course in comparison to almost a Galloway National. Walking into it, I loved it. You're not going to need a tee time here, but I recommend getting one in advance. It's about $125 to play it. Course is in incredible shape. It plays long, over 7,000 yards. And just off the bat, we're going to walk through each one of these holes, give you some of the best conditions, some of the better footage out there of an independent golf channel. So don't run away. So stick around as we continue to go through a course with the back tees here stretching over 7,144
Well, here at Twilight
yards.
Golfer, we do play from those back tees. Sometimes we belong back there if the driver's on, but for the most part, it's to get the money's worth out of the golf course. Now, there's no one behind us, so you know we're respecting the course and the rules of the game.
Built in 2000 and designed by golf architect Edwin Cardman. The course is
It's another Ron Jaworski course. I can tell you right off the bat, you might get your money's worth here. Some nice tee boxes. I think 5 total. But if you're looking for a challenge, this is the course in South Jersey for you. It is a no joke 7,200 yard course. It feels private, but for I think 100 and something bucks. Another time Ron Jaworski really steps it up. There you go, Philadelphia champs, you like that.
not often you find a public golf course that's just going to knock your socks off for a good deal. Everything about this course is the reason you get into golf. It's located in the Pine Barrens, and I tell you what, it just seems like one of those hidden gems outside of Atlantic City, in between Atlantic City and Philadelphia. Grab yourself a pretzel, a hoagie, and sit back, relax, and enjoy this course that's somewhat of a magical gem. To understand this course, you had to really go back to the designer, who is the owner of the golf course at the time of being built. Ed Cardman was a member of the PGA in the early 1950s and was the first head pro at Buena Vista Country Club. He's always dreamt of having his own golf course. And with the help of his family, his dreams came to reality. Certainly not well known like a Robert Trent Jones or a Donald Ross, Cardman designed only 2 golf courses in his life. Centerton Golf Club, we're down the street, and Running Deer. Both of them kind of mimic a bigger brother and younger brother system. One's a lot better, this one, and I don't think you're going to like the other one if you're on the fence about this one, but I swear they're really right next to each other. They don't feel like they're next to each other. When I played the first one, I had no idea this course was right next to it, and for $125, I wasn't in a big rush to play it. But ever since 2008, so shortly after, the sale of the club took place to NFL quarterback and golf course collector Ron Jaworski, and ever since playing Riverwinds and Blue Heron, again, I tell you what, I love what he's doing to the game and what he's also bringing to the youth in regards to great deals, 18 and under. You gotta love that. $5 deals to play a course, to walk it. You don't see that often. Bring your scorecard out here because you really got to place your shots.
I don't think you need driver here.
Upon your drives.
You can get a 240.
You don't even need drives on some of them. You could blast a 2-iron and get something out 250, 240. You can't go over because you'll find yourself in a lot of these fairway bunkers spread throughout. The design of the course is remarkable. Someone just picking up a course and saying, hey, let's go build it. Wow, I'm very impressed.
This is a unique box here. You got that tee box right over there. Really, this got a swamp here. Probably the nicest par 3 on the course so far here at Running Deer. About 160-yard poke. You gotta get all of it here.
becomes a battle between you and the golf course out here without giving out too many strokes on some of these holes.
Par 3 on this golf course, and so far, I think the best.
And really, those par 3s were legit. The tee boxes, you know, we don't hide on this channel. Everything's true to it. When you have aggressive tee boxes like this, it's going to get patchy. It's hard to keep up with it. You can't have everyone out there helping. But man, what a battle out there between you and the golf course. And again, with its history and learning just about it, you know, looking back, man, I tell you what, anyone going out here and playing the course, really prepare yourself to, you know, to really challenge your golf game. Supposedly, people have quit this golf course. Some of the ratings online are so low that it doesn't even make sense. My theory is with that, it just doesn't get as much play. It's a big members course. Sometimes the members just don't want people out there.
Another time, Ron Jaworski really steps it up. There you go, Philadelphia champs. You like that?
I bet the Philadelphia players play here all the time because it feels like one of those courses you might run into one of them out here. You know, it does get a little busy. I wouldn't say it does. You know, this was a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Saturdays it gets booked, but they're transparent. After 3 o'clock, the course is yours for the most part. You see some, you know, local people that work there getting around in front of you and things like that. That's fun, but you know, in a good way. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a lot of activity at this golf course, and it's one of those ones where it's so spread out. You can kind of do whatever you want. You don't know what's going on in some of the holes. People jumping you, and I think could be members too. Who knows? But man, I really felt like this was one of those golf experiences that we always look for. And if you're on the fence about this course, or you just haven't thought about playing it, or maybe you're going to get married here one day, this might be the course for you going out and bringing your buddies, because holy macaroni, it is one of the more challenging ones out there. Again, comparison to a Galley National. Putting surfaces weren't the best again. You had to slam the ball. You really got to putt it hard. It's hard to keep up with some of those. It didn't roll like a private golf course. But some of these holes, like this one right here, number 10, a staple with, I mean, just is incredible. It's just an absolute incredible golf course. The footage almost doesn't give it justice unless it's certain camera lighting situations like this one right here. You can see the backdrop is insane. But again, you got to slam the ball here. You can give it away. Left too many short, and the back tees are so long. I had no business to going back there. You know, there's 7,200 yards. It's some sort of event happening this couple weeks coming up. So they were further than normal. So I kind of found myself jumping around depending on the lighting situation to get some better footage. The low Golf Now and Golf Pass rating, it makes up for its Google rating, still having about 400 reviews, and it's a 4.7, so just a legit.
Is this the nicest public golf hole in New Jersey? Well, here at Running Deer, a public Jaworski course, we're gonna look at all those holes.
And we really did. We tried to sneak as many golf holes as we can in with the footage, but again, some of them just, you know, with the shadow and just playing at the twilight rate, we really kind of stuck ourselves here. And again, we're trying to get that better rate. We paid $80 to sneak out here and play. Ended up getting a member rate. I don't know. We talked the guy through it, and sometimes it's just getting the better deals out there. It's all about luck. But this course has been requested by multiple Twilight golfers. As yourself watching, we're just trying our best to play golf and swing through, and you know, we're playing mulligans. We're, you know, this is a real channel. You know, we're not out here doing the, you know, we all got real jobs. You know, we're doing the best we can. But for the most part, get out here, play this course if you're on the fence. If you know anyone, you know, trying to play other private golf courses in the area, let us know. We're going to try to get some footage of those. We're an independent golf channel. As the channel continues to grow and we run out of golf courses, we'll be looking back and wondering why we didn't ask. Well, for the most part, let's give this one a 1 out of 10. I don't know what the rating would be. I think it's in the 8s. I think an 8.5 is as solid as it gets. Now, you got to remember, it's not a private course. The putting surfaces took away from that, but they're still nice. I mean, there's no excuse. There's some opportunities to play better, but that's just the case. That's going to do it for our list. Keep a lookout for more videos to come as we consistently bring you golf around the world. This is the Professor, an independent golf channel focused on fun, affordable golf in your area. If you're not watching, go play some golf today.